It's your girl Genesis
and Poetry
back with another YouTube video. Woo woo!
Welcome to I'm Right and You're Wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. She's so wrong.
Sometimes you're even wrong.
Oh,
sometimes you're even
she
wrong.
just made you guys wrong. Hold on. We are back for another fight. This debate is going to be a fight. This is going to be a fight. First of all, subscribe. Before I say anything, subscribe, like, and also hit the notification button. I don't even know how to say it. Notification button. Hit the notification button. That's all I got to say. Hit the notification button. Leave a comment on which one you thought won.
Team Genesis or
Team
Loser?
Team Poetry.
Team Genesis or Team Loser?
Team Poetry is who it's going to be. It's Team Poetry. Okay. Now, the topic
of today's debate
is
rap has had a greater impact than poetry.
No, it hasn't.
That's off. I mean, you already know the answer, but
what? No, it hasn't. It has not.
Okay.
Oh, I want to debate now. I want to debate now, y'all.
Guys,
I want to debate.
We're gonna have to go and debate. Bye.
No. As you guys know, I'm a Tony Award-winning poet. Now, naturally, I'm going to pick poetry instead of rap. But let me tell you why. Not just because I'm a Tony Award-winning poet. That is awesome with Def Poetry Jam. First of all, we have been doing poetry since the beginning of time. It started way before Def Poetry Jam. Since we learned how to speak in full sentences. We learned about poetry in kindergarten and went on through high school and college. You have to write papers on poetry. Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, Nikki Giovanni. Come on. And these are just the black poets that we learned about. We wrote poetry. We cited poetry. Everything was poetry to get us through racism, sexism, can't get a job, lost my girl, lost my man, lost my apartment, I'm homeless, whatever. We wrote poetry to get us through this. Don't tell me that it has not had a bigger impact than rap. Matter of fact, rap is poetry. Rap came from poetry. If you take the music away, you have a poem. If we didn't have poetry, there'd be no rap. The first rapper was a poet who rapped with a beat under it. You know what I'm saying? He did his poem with a beat under it. And then it graduated to this mess. I'm not going to get into that. There are few and far between where there's actually a good rapper that's actually saying something. Poets say something. Poetry is whatever you do. Yah is the biggest poet. Everything is a poetry. Life is poetry. Poetry is truly in motion. Whether you paint, that's poetry. Whether you sing, that's poetry. Whether you dance, that's poetry. Whether you rap, that's poetry. Everything has its root, and that root is poetry. Poetry is the beginning, the middle, and the end of life. Yah put us on this earth, and He gave us all a poem. And we all do it and express that poem in different ways. Poetry it's the beginning of everything, and I just don't understand how anything come on after that. If poetry is first, it has to have a bigger impact. Peace.
Biggie, Tupac, LL Cool J, Drake, Roddy Ricch, NWA. Do I have to keep going? All their rap songs are awesome. You know why? Because they're telling a story. They're telling a narrative about their lives. We can hear about their lives and I could say, oh wow, I relate to that person because I went through the same thing. And you can still jam to it, you can still dance to it, you can still sing the lyrics. With poetry, it's not the same way. It doesn't have the same vibe. And rap is a culture, it's a fashion. The way you talk, the way you walk. It makes you feel confident about yourself. If I'm feeling sad, listen to rap. If I'm feeling happy, listen to rap. It doesn't matter what emotion you are, you can listen to rap. It just has a variety of emotions, a variety of narratives, and all types of people listen to rap. It's not just black people, not just white people, not just Mexican people. All types of people listen to rap because you could be going through the same thing that Tupac's talking about, the same thing that Biggie's talking about, and it's still relative to today. That's the main thing. It's still relative to today. It doesn't matter what year it is. You can still listen to any rap song that was made, and it's still groovy. You can still dance to at the club, whatever you want to do. I know a Biggie song from the 80s or 90s, And that's not even my generation. Remember Rap and Duke? The ha, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight because I rhyme tight. Tying the Kid Ray, blow up like the world trade. You even, like what? You didn't even hear in the song, he said, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Did you see how hip-hop, how it escalated? How far hip-hop escalated? Like, are you serious? Hip-hop is a story, a narrative, your truth. That's all I gotta say. Poetry is not.
You notice she said all the rappers in the 80s and 90s except Drake? You know, I mean, because rap is elevated to bullcrap, okay? But listen, I don't want to talk about rap because we all know how dirty rap is. But it speaks from the heart. Poetry does. Speaks from the heart. Rap is entertainment. And that is out for your entertainment. Poetry amuses, tickles, invites you, it tugs at your heartstrings without you even knowing it. Okay? I've done poetry shows at the weirdest places, and before I get up, those people don't know what is about to hit them. I have people crying hysterically, laughing, or crying because they feel the emotion. Crying so hard, it's just pure crying with tears. Because the poem I read, they were going through the same thing. She says they're going through the same thing with rap. That's not true. I mean, yeah, you go through the same thing with rap, and some rappers too. But rap is entertainment, so yeah, I get to groove them out with rhyme time, and that's it. That's it. Because we all go through the same thing at one point or other. Poetry is relatable. Poetry is relevant. Poetry is significant.
Yep, I totally agree. Rap now is bullcrap, and I'm sure they don't even know what they're talking about. I mean, they don't know what they're talking about. But it's the same way with poetry. I've been to some poetry venues because my dad's a poet. Obviously, I've been to poetry venues, and they talk nothing either. They don't know what they're saying just as much as they don't know what they're saying in rap. So that is not a good argument at all because it's the same way with poetry. 2, you really gonna say that you groove with poetry? You don't groove with poetry as much as you groove with rap. Like, rap makes you feel good. It makes you feel confident. It can take any insecurity away that you have. It can make you feel so good about yourself that you're like, you know what? I'm about to take over the world. I'm about to stop whatever racism's going on now because of this song, because of Tupac's song, because of Biggie's song, because of Drake's song, because of Roddy Ricch's song, whatever the rapper is. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you can do anything.
Yo.
I dropped fire, ladies and gents. Dropped fire.
Well, first of all, can you start off with more?
Literal fire.
It was not fire.
It was fire.
She did.
It was fire.
Like I said, she did good. She did good.
No, stop trying to patronize me, Daddy.
That's not patronizing. She's my daughter. I'm not patronizing you. It was a good debate. It was great.
It was a great debate. And I won.
It was a great debate, and I won.
And I won.
And now it's up to you guys to pick the winner.
Team Genesis?
Team Poetry or Team Genesis. So write your comment below right now. Say, yo, Genesis, here's what you say. You guys were good, but poetry was better.
And list some of your favorite rappers real quick, just to throw my dad off real quick.
He's not gonna throw me off.
Some that I didn't name.
Name some poets if you know some poets. Throw some poets down in the mix.
No.
Throw some poets down in the mix.
You guys know you don't know any.
They know.
Modern poets. Poets.
You learn poetry all through high school and in college. You write. I'm not gonna.
No, Dad. Just because you learn. Oh.
Thank you for watching another episode of
I'm Right, You're Wrong.
And the loser is going to have to do a challenge.
A very, very crazy challenge. When my dad loses, what he's going to have to do is go in the middle of a Costco and say a rap real quick. Say a quick rap that he wrote about this. And
so that's what she's
in
done.
the middle of Costco.
So if you want to see her do a poem,
no, if you want to see my dad do a rap,
in the middle of Costco,
no, my dad.
Make sure that you pick Team Poetry. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be the funnest challenge ever. You know, I'm sitting back here chilling. I'm not even worried about this. I'm not worried. Not even.
You guys, Team Genesis, please step it up. Vote for me.
She's begging.
Vote for me, please.
I don't need you to beg for me. All right. Thank you for watching this episode of I'm Right, You're Wrong.
Woo! Don't leave without subscribing.
Don't leave without subscribing, hitting the bell, notification bell.
Hit that notification bell.
Okay? We are out. Hasta luego.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.